Thank you very much to Mabel too, and to the CCG. Happy New Year to everybody. This very soon will start the year of the dragon. I am of the year of the dragon. I'm very happy. And if that means that we're going to do better than last year, that would be a good news. 2023 was difficult, a very busy one. In any case, I want to thank you too, because the CCG under your command has become one of the few remaining venues here where we can express ourselves openly, where we can express ourselves in public, and where our expressions, where our statements are even published. Not only when we praise our host, but also when we discuss, when we say that we are not, that we don't agree with our host, when we describe, in our case, our systemic rivalry. And the proof is that we have written part of a book that we are celebrating today, and it's published word by word, and it's online. And I must say that this is becoming increasingly difficult in China, and that's the bad news. The good news is that the CCG, we can count on the CCG. So thank you very much for that. 2023 was difficult, not only because the Russian aggression on Ukraine continued, but because after the 7th of October and this horrible terrorist attack in Israel, we have witnessed the start of a very tragic conflict, which is causing enormous human damage. So the situation for peace and stability has not improved. 2024 is challenging. Well, in our case, in the European Union and China in 2023 was extremely busy. As you know, we had the summit on the 7th of December, which was only the end of a very intensive process of contacts. We had 4 vice presidents of the Commission, the president of the Commission herself, 5 commissioners, the High Representative visiting China. That was good news. Now we hope that we will be able to build on that to make progress in both our partnership and in our partnership, in our competition in trade and investment, but also in issues that belong to our systemic rivalry. 2024 will also be challenging for the European Union because we have the European elections, so we will have at the end of the year a new parliament, a new commission, a new president of the European Council. But we will have some more commissioners coming soon. One very good news is that we are preparing the first time in 5 years our people-to-people dialogue, and this is extremely important for us and for the European Union-China relationship. Unfortunately, both the Russian aggression on Ukraine is continuing. I'm afraid that we will have to commemorate on the 24th of February this horrible attack, Russian aggression on a sovereign country. We hoped that when we did that last year, we hope that we will never have to do it again. But not only do we have to do it again, but we are witnessing another crisis in the Middle East. We are trying to help in both from the European Union and with our like-minded partners. We are working very hard. In the case of the Middle East, we just had a Foreign Affairs Council in Brussels where we have invited and they have participated foreign ministers from Israel, from Egypt, from Saudi Arabia, a representative from the Arab League, and the minister from the Palestinian Authority. So we are trying to help the high on the table a peace plan for the region, which is based on the long-term, the only medium long-term solution that this horrible crisis can have, which is the two-state solution. So this is what we are defending. And in the short term, we want this horrible human crisis to stop as soon as possible. And of course, the hostages to be released immediately. Climate will be another subject in which we will be centering our efforts. And we will do so, as we have been doing in the last years, in partnership with China. This is a very important part of our partnership, which is producing results. It's producing results in issues where we had no progress a couple of years ago, and now we can see progress. And I'm talking about methane. I'm talking about other issues in the fight against climate change, in which we see a good, positive, constructive attitude by China, which is allowing us to have a very good partnership. And finally, I would only agree with the UN representative here about the need for an effective multilateralism based on rules on international law and the efficient use we must make of the multilateral system, which probably needs reform, but which in the meantime needs to be used by all of us according to the rules. Thank you very much.